I did work in the library in high school, but no, it just came a point in my life where I did find I needed a job. We needed second income. And a library has always been one of my favorite places in the whole world. And I was a friend of the library, and I used to work the book sales and the, various functions they might have with the friends. And, before I started working here, they were microfilming the newspapers. And I volunteered to help with that, so I got to know Bonnie Parker. And we were microfilming the newspaper. So I put it in my application, and they hired me. And that was 30 years ago.
So what did you do first?
Oh, a clerk. I was a clerk. Then we worked 35 hours a week, so I would work 2 evenings. I checked people out. I put books away. And when shortly after I started working here, we started adding videos. And I would order those. I did overdues. I would contact people. I would give them a call and remind them they had something overdue. That was one of the things that I did. Just general. Sometimes in the evening I would have to do a reference. And use the card catalog. Which, card catalog, we don't have those anymore. Although I do have a little remnant right over there of one of the card catalogs. So if you wanted to look something up, that's how you did it. You had to pull a drawer open and look through the cards, and the card would tell you where to find what you wanted. Go to your shelf, get your book, and then, when you go to check it out, we would go to the back of the book and we would pull out the card, and we would stamp the card, also the date due slip in the back, and then we would write the card number, the patron's number in, and we would have another card file, and we would look the person up and find their number. And like I said, then file the cards away. And that's how I guess I still have so many numbers in my head. You would have your patron who would come in every week and take out 3 or 4 books, or the occasional patron who'd come in every 2 weeks and take out 20 or 30 books. You write that number several times every month.
Learn it.
You get to know them. Yeah, and as I'm cleaning out my drawers here, because I'm retiring at the end of the week, I notice I've pulled some cards over when an old book had been withdrawn, and I would look at these old cards and I would see these numbers on here, and I'd remember old friends, people that have I've been checking them out for years. Some are still here, some have passed, but I remember them all fondly. But and I remember when we had our first computer. We had one computer for public use. It was behind the desk, and we were all pretty intimidated by it. It was a whole new technology for us. I mean, not that computers hadn't been around, for a while, but to actually have one for public use, and then we made the jump to when the card catalog goes on the computer. We still serve the public. I mean, we just offer a lot more. We have books on CD, we have DVDs, we have internet services, and there's so many databases that are available on there. Programming. Not that Steph's programming has been phenomenal over the years, but now we're offering even more and more. We have a meeting room that we offer to the public. We have our whole archival room, which is now the Barker Local History Room.
Oh, really?
Yes, they just showed that to me today. I was quite taken aback by that. And quite honored, and now I'm going to get all sentimental again. Services.
If they're getting tablets that people can take out, correct?
Right. That's for the children. They're
Right.
LeapPad, and I'm not quite sure how that's all working.
That's relatively new.
Oh, very
yeah,
new,
very.
and it's not. I don't believe we've even started it yet, but it
Yeah.
is something we will be offering shortly. Yes, I have to admit I might have to borrow one myself and just take a look at it just to see what kind of fun things are going on there. We're not just a place for books either. You know, we have things like the heat forms. Oh. Not to mention we have passport services.
Isn't that what you were in charge of?
Until yesterday, I was the manager. I handed reins over to Kathy Altman, and so she will be taking over that part. But we offer full passport application
So
services.
that means you take people's pictures?
Yes, we take people's pictures, we process the application, we mail them off, and yep, full service. Oh, geez. We have some technology help. Raymond is here in the mornings, and he can help you with your devices, your Kindles, your iPad, iPod things, so that you can download books. We have free DVDs, and if we don't have the title, it's probably somewhere out there in the system. We're connected to 44 other libraries, and so that's a few million items that you have access to.
So you never have to pay for a DVD here?
No, not to borrow it. You don't pay for them anymore. You're still subject to fines, of course.
Right,
but
yeah.
Nope, there's no charge. Yeah, that's one of the fabulous things about a library. Our services are free.
Have you noticed changes in people coming to the library when it comes to economics? If there's a downturn or a recession, more people are here? Like that?
Well, I think Conneaut has always been a great town for people taking advantage of our services. No, I don't really see that. And, young, old, rich, poor, they're all here. And we're all here to help them. So, yeah.
And the library gets a lot of customers, a lot of foot traffic through here.
Oh, yeah, it seems like we're busy all the time. Yeah, most of the time there's two of us up at the desk to make sure that everybody gets good service. That's what we're here for.
Now, you started at the old library.
Oh, yes.
So tell me how that's different.
I remember the Carnegie Library with great fondness. I mean, the architecture was beautiful, the woodwork in there, but obviously it just wasn't up to the technology.
No.
And what was needed for this community. And we found at the time that just putting an addition on it was probably going to be just as expensive as building a new place that would have everything that the public needed. Handicap accessibility, which is vital in this society today. You have to have your handicap. And the wiring and that kind of thing. The old building just wasn't up for it. And it was we all felt bad that we were leaving. But yeah, look at this beautiful building we have now that can serve the community.
There wouldn't have been any Barker archival room at the old library.
No. no, that wouldn't be. Oh my goodness, where was everything kept then? It must.
It just seems so small from what I can remember.
Oh yeah. You get I get a lot more mileage these days than I did then. And another one of the really bad points at the time was the glass deck.
I was going to ask you about that. Were you one of those that was like the public couldn't be on the glass deck?
Oh, but I could.
But it was okay for the employees to keep their life in their hands.
Exactly. Yeah, I go up there and I had to get something for someone, and there'd be places on the glass deck that were covered with cardboard. Like, yeah, that cardboard is really going to help hold me up there. But hey, we managed to survive. And the glass deck was really quite invaluable in the design of the building. They put those glass panels in order to get light into the second floor. If it had been a solid floor, the first floor there would have been quite dark.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I remember that. I remember that glass floor quite well. And then you remember Steph's department was in the basement, and compared to the area she has now, I mean, she can serve a lot more kids. Yeah, and she uses the meeting room and her story hour room a lot. As a matter of fact, today they have a Minecraft group that meets.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, lots of fun things going on around here.
It opened a few doors, building the library here, as far as services and.
Oh yes. Oh, we got a wonderful meeting room. It will hold about 100 people. We frequently have meetings of different groups, or we have programming in there. Yep, that's all. There was nothing like that was available in the old building. Yeah.
So why did you decide it was time to retire?
Well, I have my 30 years in. And I'm, getting on a little bit in years.
Over 25.
Yeah, I'm in one of those other decades here, And I just decided I want to start to enjoy some things while I'm still physically able to, just really enjoy them. I've been doing genealogy for 25 years or so, working on my family and my family tree. And I have reams and reams of copies of papers and whatever. I need to get that organized. I need to see where I need to go, where I need to work next. I need to get all that done so that I can pass it on to my family.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, pursuits like that, it's time. It's time to hand over the reins to a generation that might be a little more technology savvy. Yeah, every time one of these new devices come up, I have to learn, and it's not as easy for me to learn these new technologies. These new kids,
They're born with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make jokes about how if you want to program something or learn how to use something, get your teenage, grandson to show you how to do it. And yeah, I have to admit I've probably done that a couple times. Get yourself a teenager to help you program your device. So yeah, and I just want to relax and enjoy.
Will you be seen in this building again?
Oh yeah, they're not going to keep me out. Well, heck, they named a room for me.
Right.
What the heck? Yeah.
So every time you get a visitor at your house, you're going to have to bring them over here and show.
Show them my room, yes. Actually, I plan on joining the Friends of the Library again and becoming active in that group and help support the library. I mean, this is like my second home. So, yeah, I'm not really leaving home permanently. No, I'm just kind of, I'll maybe spend a little less time here. But no, and besides which, they've had a joke here for the last couple of years that even when I'm on vacation, I'll pull a Vickey, and it'll be 2 days before I'm back into the building for something or another. Yeah, so yeah, I'll still be pulling a Vickey, and you'll still see me around here, and I'll be still supporting the library in any way I can. And hey, as a matter of fact, is it next weekend? Yeah, next weekend we have a bus trip going to Pittsburgh. Did you see that?
Yes.
I'm going on the bus trip. So, yeah, it'll be all of 8 days before they'll see me again. I'm going to try and stay out for the full week, but I don't know. If I run out of something to read, you might see me popping back in.